I'm making a stealth-based video game where you play as a ghost in a haunted house capturing ghost hunters. Welcome to Devlog 2! I've made a lot of progress so far, so let me show you what's new. I took the art from my visual prototype and adapted it for use in the game. It doesn't look exactly the same, but it fits the same aesthetic. I'll add some more flair later. I also added this little animation for hiding spots, where the ghost will now actually hide in the objects. I think it's a nice way of indicating to the player that the ghost is hiding here, and it also adds some charm to the game. At this point in development, I was faced with a problem. Nothing actually happens when your cover is blown, and seeing as how this is a core aspect of the gameplay, I could not continue without figuring out what should be happening. After a bit of brainstorming, I settled on a rage mechanic, where the player will enter a rage state if spotted and must chase down the hunter that saw them. Entering this rage state will have some sort of negative impact on the player to disincentivize using rage over stealth, but I still want the rage mode to be fun, so here's how I implemented it. When the player is seen, their vision is drastically reduced, and they freeze for a second or two in order to give the hunter time to run away. Then, the player begins the chase. The hunter will run away fast and leave footprints that disappear quickly. This is to give the player an idea of where they ran. I sort of lifted this idea from Dead by Daylight, where the survivors leave disappearing trails and scratch marks for the killer to track them easier. Finally, when the ghost catches the hunter, the chase ends and the game goes back to normal. I'll definitely need to refine this in the future, but for now I think it's good enough to continue development of other features. I've been wanting to add more interactables into the world so I have more tools to design levels with, so I added 3 new objects in addition to the hiding spot. The first was this grandfather clock, which is a reusable distraction. Using it will cause the hunters to hear it, walk over, and investigate.
What's going on?
Most stealth games have a means of luring enemies over to certain areas, so this will be a good way of doing that. Second was the vase. You can think of this one as a time bomb. Using it will trigger a small timer, then make the vase shatter, causing a loud sound and scaring any hunters that are close enough.
By the gods, there is a psychopath on the loose!
But once shattered, the vase cannot be used again. Smart use of this vase will enable more efficient capture of all the hunters. Finally, I added silver mirrors. These act as a way for the player to traverse the level easily without being spotted by the hunters. Just interact with the mirror and teleport to a different one somewhere else in the level. These were inspired by the vent system in Among Us, where the imposter can seem like they are in multiple places at once. I'm still working on this game, and hopefully I can start making some of the levels soon, so keep an eye out for more updates like this to see how it turns out. I don't do outros